It's really easy as a YouTube creator to feel like things are working against you, your channel's not growing, and there's a lot of things standing in the way between you and growth on YouTube. This guy, Mr. Tommy Edison, is going to tell us a little bit about his story and how you guys can overcome discouragement and be successful on YouTube. That's coming up. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and welcome to Video Creators. This channel is all about helping you guys grow your YouTube audience so you can spread a message that reaches people and changes their life. This is Tommy Edison from the Tommy Edison Experience on YouTube, also from Blind Film Critic. Why don't you tell us real quick about what your two channels are about?
Sure, Blind Film Critic is where I review movies from my perspective, right? So it's, from a blind person's point of view, which is something I don't think sighted people are very familiar with at all. And the other channel is the Tommy Edison Experience, where I talk about my life as a blind person and answer viewer questions and even play some games and stuff too and do some challenges.
It's awesome. Now, your channels are fairly successful now, but they weren't always that way. I know it's really easy for a lot of creators to feel like, well, I can be like that creator, but I don't have the money for a camera or expensive camera, or I don't have the time to give to editing, or I don't have the skills like we can like to edit. We come up with a lot of excuses. What was it like starting your channel? Because you have a unique position where you can't even see the videos, right? And so you overcame that roadblock to still grow your channel. Tell us about how that happened for you.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I was very afraid of the camera at first. I really was. And Ben Churchill, the guy who I do all the videos with, just started shooting me doing things, and that's how I sort of got used to the camera.
Did you know he was shooting you?
Yeah, I'm sure I did. Yeah, he told me.
Okay, good.
But the first movie review that we ever did, I was nervous, but once I sat in front of the camera, I just started to forget that the camera was on, right? Because sighted people see all the lights in the camera and everything, and I don't see all that stuff. So once we get into it, I'm just talking.
So when you're growing your channel and getting started, were there moments where you just felt like frustrated, discouraged, like I should quit, this isn't worth it? Were there moments like that for you?
Absolutely. Like doing the movie reviews was tough because we were, spending our own money, and it was a lot of time to go do the movies and then for Ben to go and edit them by, on Friday morning so they could be up Friday afternoon. Wow. And we just saw so many crummy movies and we just got fed up with it. But then something would happen, a video would start to take off again, or, the last review we did got some love, or, something like that. And it just sort of kept us going. And then we got the idea to do the other channel, the Tommy Edison XP channel, because the commenters on the movie reviews were so curious about my life and how I did so many different things. So that was really the birth of the other channel.
Yeah, so maybe one idea for you guys is if you're starting to feel discouraged, try something new. Express yourself in a new creative way. Talk about a different subject, experiment, especially if your channel's small. Like you guys have a unique opportunity that big channels don't have, which is to try new things, to experiment and express yourself creatively in a lot of different ways without ticking off a lot of people, potentially losing a lot of your audience.
Well, that's right, because when you're just trying to grow your audience and maybe you're starting to plateau and you've just reached a point, and there's some other thing that you're really interested in your life, why not try that just for laughs and see what happens. My life is, without sounding like a creep, but I have to work a little bit harder than the average person to get what I want, right?
Yeah.
So for example, when I started working in radio, I had to really convince management that this is going to be okay. Where like if you walked in for that job, they go, yeah, right, you got good, your resume looks good, your tape sounds good, and you're in. Right. But I had to convince management that, no, being a blind traffic reporter is going to be okay. Trust me. Yeah. It's because people are just going to be listening to me. So, so you just got to push through and figure out ways to, to get through it.
Right.
And just keep pushing. Don't let anybody stop you.
I think that's really important for us to hear, guys, is like when you get discouraged, the people who give up are the people who will never make it.
That's right.
We all hit roadblocks. We all have unique challenges. We all have things that stand in our way, whether it be budget, time, expenses, something physical, like whatever. And we all have to overcome those, and I know like a lot of you guys, it's really easy for you to feel like you want to give up, like you want to quit. Like, hey, I've been making videos for 6 months and I only have 100 subscribers, and in your mind you should have more, but you're like, I'm thinking 100 people. Like you got 100 people who said, I want to hear what you have to say. We're at a place called VidCon right now, and some of these people fly across the world to be here to speak to a crowd of less than 100 people. And you guys get to talk to them directly on your channel. So that's a really big thing. Don't let that let you down. That is awesome. It's a tremendous privilege. I know a big thing for me when I feel discouraged, sometimes guys, like, just to be honest with you, it gets kind of boring standing in front of a black background all the time and just teaching points for how to do this and how to do that. But what keeps me motivated is not just focusing on like, oh, I feel like I should be growing faster. Oh, I don't feel like this is doing what I want it to do, whatever. But instead, it's like returning back to what made this fun for me in the first place.
No, that's the key right there. You know, and I'm very lucky because a lot of YouTubers are, you know, just a one person operation. So I have Ben, and he has me, conversely, right? And so what we do is, because it is fun, and so we play with each other. When we start to get, you know, all or yawny or sleepy or whatever, you know, Ben will just say something silly to make me laugh. Or, you know, do an impression or do a voice, or I'll do a voice for him, you know, and it's just to keep laughing during the thing, so we're, you know, we're still having fun. Because, and listen, because if we stop having fun, the audience stops having fun.
Yeah, and it really depends on what your mission is for your channel too. Like if you have a mission that's bigger than just more views, more subscribers, trying to make money, like all those things, like, and those things are fine and actually very important, but if you have a mission that's bigger than that, and I feel like that's what keeps you going, and it's harder to become discouraged when you're focusing on that bigger thing you're trying to accomplish.
Absolutely, and it's like anything you do in your life. I mean, if you want to be an airline pilot and you give up after 6 months, you're never going to be one, because you have to have all that time in the air and all that, you know, flying time and stuff, and it's a very expensive hobby. But if you love it, see, that's the thing too. If you love it, you'll do it.
Yeah.
If you love it, you'll do it. And if you don't love it, then you'll do something else that you do love.
Yep. And then don't give up on that.
No, never, 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 never.
If there's a pattern of giving up, you're not going to get anywhere.
Nope.
So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. How do you stay motivated? How do you keep from getting discouraged on your channel? Share your advice and tips and ideas down there with other creators. And the rest of you guys, if that's something you're going through right now, you're trying to figure that out, read the comments other people leaving down there. You'll learn a ton from them, as I always do. And definitely go check out Tommy's channels. I'll put links to them in the description below. There were interactive cards that popped up around here. You guys can go check out and see what Tommy's up to and become part of his community over there as well. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Subscribe if this is your first time here. Just to encourage you guys to keep growing YouTube channels that impact people's lives. Thank you for letting us be a small part of that, and we'll see you guys again next week. Bye.
You know that famous YouTuber Ricky Shalimar?
I don't.
No, you know why? He quit.
Oh. I was like, oh, good thing I didn't lie on that one.